welcome, thank you so much. Always good to be back at Top Secret. I am Callie, I'm a single parent of 2 teenagers. Oh, thank you. Apart from oh, fantastic, a little bit early reaction there. Apart from on Tinder, actually, where I'm a single, fun-loving nurse. Are there any parents in the room? Give us a cheer. Oh, loads of you. And if you don't have kids, yeah, loads fucking happier. That makes I have a boy and a girl. My boy's the ginger one. He's my favourite, and he's an incredible kid. My boy. He's autistic. He was diagnosed a few years ago, and I'll be honest, when he first got the diagnosis, I didn't know a whole lot about autism, but luckily he was on hand to write me a list. So he's my big one, and my little one, it's quite a big week in my household because she's 18 and I'm about to drop her off this Sunday in her hall of residence for uni for the first time. I know! I'm so proud of her, but I've already started to really start thinking about things like the drugs and the partying and the casual sex and all the things I'm going to do when the house is empty. The best reaction my sex life's had for fucking ages. So my kids are half Dutch. Is there anyone Dutch in? Oh, quite a few of you. I met my kid's dad when I was over in Amsterdam. Not what you expect from a hen weekend, but there you have it. We brought the kids up back here in London. We thought we'll bring them up bilingually, why not? And they've learned all the important stuff, you know, like Dutch language, grammar, literature, how to be very direct with no sense of humour. All of those. I was with my kids. I was with my kids' Dutch dad for years and years, but we never actually bothered to get married because the only thing that a Dutch husband will give you that's long and hard is his surname. So we didn't. Didn't bother with that. So all that means is, right, if this bullshit no-deal Brexit goes ahead, right, there's a really good chance my kid's own Dutch dad is going to have no legal right to stay in the same country as his own kids. He's got a new partner now, she's British, they've got 2 little children together, and you might be thinking, well, Callie, if he wants a British passport, he'd just marry her, can't he? But I'll tell you, top secret, why that's unlikely to happen, because faced with a choice between deportation and commitment. He doesn't have to book a flight, doesn't have to pay for it. I mean, I'm beginning to think Brexit is just some sort of government-funded concierge service for flaky Dutch fuckers. I'm not bitter. It's all fine. I did that thing, you've all done it. I sent my ex a text, right, just to ask if he fancied going for a drink. And bloody autocorrect changed it to "you've got a tiny dick and you've ruined my life." Thanks to autocorrect, right, I ended up sending my personal trainer a text asking if he fancied going for a rub on Sunday. Obviously what I meant to say was Saturday. Any personal trainers in? No, it's by the way, I am a 50-year-old woman. I'll take your silence as stunned in the middle here, that's absolutely fine. Are there any women my kind of age in the room? Give us a whoop! Oh, lots of you weeping over there. There's a man weeping over there, but that's absolutely fine. It's a broad church. I ended up, there was this B-list French celebrity, right? He made global headlines because he said a woman at 50 is invisible. I know, you're very lucky to be seeing me tonight, so... And then he said the body of a 25-year-old woman is extraordinary, but there's nothing extraordinary about the body of a 50-year-old woman. That's what he said. And that is bullshit, let me tell you, because there's loads that's extraordinary about my body. When I sneeze, I piss. Monsieur, There's so many beautiful women in the room tonight. I don't want to put any of you off the aging process or anything like that, but buckle up, because for me, right, it started with my neck. At a certain point, my neck, it just gave up, just rolled into my tits. That's how it started. My tits, they just rolled into my tummy. Yeah. My tummy rolled into my twat. And my twat will roll into bed with anyone who says I don't look my age. So, and when he said all that shit, I thought, you know, it's 2019. Why don't we celebrate women's bodies? Doesn't matter what age, type, size. My body is a temple. Visitors are very welcome. All nationalities as well, as long as they take their shoes off. So yeah, it's and it's fucking ruined. So it's yeah, it's a messy old business. And dating gets very complicated at my stage in life. I date women as well as men. It's mainly because as a 50-year-old ginger single parent of an autistic teenager, you've got to cast the net wide. You're not going to let a little thing like gender narrow your options down, to be honest. I haven't dated a woman in, God, it's nearly a year. I'm not one of those lesbian tourists, you've heard about them, all you can eat buffet, and they fuck off home again. No, I'm serious about it, but no, it has been nearly a year and I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like vehicle tax, I don't know if the government is supposed to have sent me a reminder letter, nothing's arrived. I do know if I was a pilot, I would have to put in a certain number of flying hours or I'd lose my pilot's licence. That's how it works, right? So what I'm saying is top secret. I think it's time to regain my wings, flaps up for takeoff. I'm ready. I live near here actually. I live right in the middle of London. It's a very small scene. Everybody's dated everybody else. You're only ever 2 lesbians away from having dated Sandy Toksvig. So you have to think about that. And then of course there's the kind of there's the older man thing. But the problem is I used to love a man who was properly older than me, like 20 years older than me. That was my thing, and that's got tricky now. Yeah. I called an ex, for a booty call, just for old time's sake. A voice at the other end of the phone told me he'd been dead for 4 years. So it's less silver fox, more roadkill. It's a messy thing. And then I'd meet younger guys doing this for a living, as you'll imagine. I started seeing a guy. It was very casual. I knew he was a lot younger than me. I knew the age gap was significant. Okay, it was legal, just to be clear. I sound like R. Kelly, don't I? But no. I ended up in bed with a man who, as it turned out, was a 3rd-year media studies student at Leeds University. I mean, I high-fived myself, but then I was like, fuck, this is awkward. I've got to be really clear from now on. I'm only going to date people who are doing proper degree subjects. It's nearly my time, guys, but let me just leave you with this. Sometimes when I do a gig like this, someone will come up to me and say, oh, Callie, I liked that. Didn't know women could be funny. But when you think about it, top secret, it is funny, isn't it? Because as women, we get 70% of men's wages, don't we? And we're 15% of company directors, aren't we? 5% of world leaders. But we do 70% of the cleaning, don't we? And 80% of the washing, 90% of the childcare. And we're allowed to have 1% body fat, aren't we? 0% body hair, but we can pay 11% more for exactly the same fucking razors, can't we? We are supposed to be 100% up for sexual favours, aren't we, ladies? Even on a school night, on about 50% of the sleep any of us need, with only 50% of people in the bed achieving an orgasm in about 5% of the time they promise. We tuck up under our 30% of the duvet, remembering that we as women are 75% more likely to get depressed. No shit. Despite being reminded on 100% of days that we would be so much prettier if we would just smile. All I'm saying is, top secret, if women didn't have the most awesome sense of humour, there would be a fuckload more murders. Don't you think?
a very, very quick break and your final sections. Let's all time. That was Jim Campbell and Callie Beaton.